What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, back with some breaking news and some massive transfer news breaking this afternoon involving Tottenham Hotspur, Inter Milan and Lautaro Martinez. This was first broken from Gary Jacob of The Times. He says Tottenham have agreed a fee for the Inter Milan striker Lautaro Martinez, who was also wanted by Arsenal, and Tottenham bid early to beat off competition from Arsenal. A bid of around €60 million plus add-ons has been accepted. This following on, we got a here we gold very, very quickly after the bid was being accepted. He said, as per Gary Jacob, Tottenham did have a bid accepted from Inter Milan for Lautaro Martinez. I'll go on to his full story to give more context, because it's not as exciting, unfortunately, as a lot of people are making out to be at the moment. However, it is definitely a step in the right direction that we have had a bid accepted. Sami Mokbal of the Daily Mail also said, as per Gary Jacob, Tottenham have had an offer accepted for Lautaro Martinez. If he signs, the plan is for him to play alongside Harry Kane. Nuno Espirito Santo wants to play two up front. This is obviously massive news that Tottenham have bid a big money for Lautaro Martinez, and according to Gary Jacob and Sami Mokbal, Tottenham want him to play up front with Harry Kane, not to replace Harry Kane, which is extremely promising. However, Alistair Gold has basically added context to this deal, and it may have hit a snag. And again, it might be Chelsea screwing us over yet again, despite the fact that we have had a bid accepted for Lautaro Martinez. From Alistair Gold's article, he says, Tottenham have had a fee agreed for Inter Milan striker Lautaro Martinez, according to Football London understands, but there is still some way to go in the deal. Spurs are understood to have had a fee of more than €60 million agreed for the 23-year-old Argentine earlier this week. However, as Inter Milan face massive financial difficulties, however, that fee was agreed before Chelsea agreed a deal to bring Romelu Lukaku back to Stamford Bridge. And as that has hit an advanced stage, there are now big question marks over whether Inter Milan will allow both Lukaku and Martinez to leave Inter Milan. And I said this when we were linked to Inter Milan, linked to Martinez back in the update. If they sell Lukaku, there is no chance they let go of both. And now that is apparently a snag in the deal if Lukaku to Chelsea goes through, which is at an advanced stage. They've had a bid accepted, and it looks like that deal is going to go through. And seeing as they've already sold Hakimi for €80 million, if they sell Lukaku for nearly €100 million, there is surely no need to sell Lautaro Martinez for around €60 million as well, unless they're in a lot more financial trouble than I anticipated. And this is corroborated, unfortunately, by first Di Marzio, who says Inter Milan don't want Lautaro Martinez to leave. Offers have been made for him, but they've been less than Inter's valuation, and Inter Milan do see him as non-transferable. And this also follows on Glongari, who was very reliable in the whole Romero deal. He was always very good with the information and usually first with it. He said, Inter's position right now in regards to Lautaro Martinez, offers have been made from the Premier League clubs like Tottenham and Arsenal. However, the striker is not for sale, and Inter Milan do not want to sell both Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez. So it seems as though this deal was set to go ahead, and Tottenham were very much interested in Lautaro Martinez. This is how I read the situation, but Lukaku's deal probably came to a surprise from Inter Milan, who probably didn't think anyone was going to stump up 100 million for him this summer. Seeing as someone has, they've decided to sell Lukaku, and that probably means Martinez is set to stay at Inter Milan, unless it's probably a bigger fee. Despite the fact, I think this fee was agreed before the Lukaku deal, that's what people are saying. So as much as it's exciting and it's true that Tottenham had a bid accepted, it looks like Chelsea might have screwed us over a bit with their transfer for Lukaku, giving the Inter Milan the funds necessary to turn Spurs down. Interestingly enough, Inter Milan have reportedly agreed a deal for Edin Dzeko, and he is set to sign for Inter Milan on a 2-year deal. So it looks like that deal is set to go through, maybe as a replacement for one one of Martinez or Lukaku. Breaking news, actually, just as I'm talking, Fabrizio Romano says Tottenham opened talks days ago for Lautaro Martinez, offering 70 million euros. He is a definite target for Tottenham. Inter, however, say they have no intention to sell him this summer after selling Lukaku to Chelsea. Inter Milan plan to keep Lautaro Martinez. So that is the current state of play. All the unfortunately, all the journalists in Italy at the moment are saying Inter Milan are giving this a hard no, and at the moment, seeing as they're selling Lukaku, there's no reason for them to sell Martinez. All the journalists in England are currently saying that Inter Milan have accepted Tottenham's bid for Martinez. However, could be true. Both things could be true. They could have accepted the bid and now giving it a hard no, seeing as they're selling Lukaku. So, unfortunately, it looks like there's been a bit of cold water poured on this deal because of the Lukaku deal. But maybe at the right price, Inter Milan could still be open to selling him, but I don't think it's going to be the same price that they're open to selling him before they sold Lukaku. So that's unfortunate. I guess we'll see how it plays out over the summer. Maybe Tottenham can still get their man, but it looks like the transfer for Lukaku might have prevented this one going through. I want to know your opinions in the comment section below. Is there any chance Tottenham can still get Martinez from Inter Milan? Is that a statement signing if we do get Martinez from Inter Milan? Do you think the Lukaku deal was going to block this from happening? And would he be a good player to play with Harry Kane or replace Harry Kane as well if Harry Kane was to leave? Seeing as he's back in training now, we'll see how that one plays out as well. But unfortunately, it looks like this one, despite the fact there was a bid accepted, it looks like we might have been screwed over a bit by another transfer. So we'll see how it plays out. Thank you very much for joining me. Like and subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.